from the 2000 era and the 90s eras, they've been the parents. The grandma's been raising the kids. And that's been the new trend right now. Grandmas are taking care of their grandkids and raising them as their children. Since welfare's been here, their daughters have been ill-equipped with knowing how to take care of a child. And all of it is falling up on the grandma, man. So when your grandma's a rider, too, because everybody had different type of grandmas, man. My grandma was a rider, a different type of rider. But I've seen some grandmas, boy. They ain't take no mess. Grandmas would march up there. They were strong as an ox. They would, because they lift laundry bags every day. Grandma was 67 years old, lifting like laundry bags, like heavy, going up and down steps, doing the laundry, cooking, cleaning. Why? Not because she felt like I got a slave for my husband. She don't want to be in no dirty ass house. She didn't want to be in no dirty house that she lived in. The house was an example of her. She got to do whatever she wanted to do. She loved her plants and did everything else. But, man, Philistine Baker. Philistine, boy, man, that grandma was something else. Philistine. First off, that was the first time I ever heard of Philistine. I remember the singer, I believe, Geraldine Baker, but this was Philistine Baker. And the Baker family, they was in the projects in 4101. And Geraldine Baker was the grandma. And she had 8 kids. And all her kids is grown, but her granddaughter went to school with us, Sophia Baker. So, man, Philistine Baker wasn't no joke. Sophia got a little lip, yak, yak, yak with the mouth, and some of the project girls gave her a little project whooping. Beat her up, took a little chocolate milk. This grammar school. Old Philistine marched down there with this doggone shirt that said basically like, come get it. And whooped them doggone kids in the school. Philistine whooped them in the school. She was, come in, you, come in. Man, she told them kids up. She told them their daughters up. And the parents came there. And she told the parents, yeah, and I whooped her little ass. Don't come in there and put her finger in my face. And they was like, you did that? Yep. What? The parents started whooping the goddamn kids. Right in front of them. See? Different times. Different times. Palestinians, well, they made a deal with the devil, and now the devil is reaping the rewards of that deal for thousands of years. So you reap what you sow. Now, when your grandma riding like that, you gotta embrace that. I seen a grandma go to war and fight with her granddaughter. They tried to jump her granddaughter outside off of Halsted on Lafayette, and shoot, man, they tried to jump her. Oh my goodness, that was God, who was that? It's not no damn Steph. Was it? No, it wasn't Gwendolyn. It wasn't Gwendolyn. What is her goddamn name? She had a fat old head. That's something I remember about her. And I guess everybody else remembered it too. And they all wanted to be Brandy. Brandy, okay. So Brandy had a fat old head. And Brandy used to wear and walk and wear them tight stonewashed jeans and get all the boys in the yard. Her milkshake was bringing all the boys to the yard. So the other girls didn't like it. And they decided they was going to give Brandy some good old Lafayette ass whooping. Now, if you from Chicago, you know about Lafayette. They don't play, especially out there. 87th and 88, around that time, places in Lafayette. So, anyway, she over there, she gets a beat down, right? She's like on 88th and Lafayette or whatever, 88, 89, whatever. She over there. So now, everything's jumping off because her grandma finds out they came over there and jumped her on the porch of her house. So now she's pissed. So they came again. She was like, my grandma here, and she watching her back. And the friend she had was fake anyway. Brandy need to get some new friends because her friends they had all that mouth, but they ain't had them hands. And them girls from Lafayette, they throw them hands. They don't play. They let the hands fly. They all about knocking somebody out. So she over there running her mouth. Her friends is, y'all mad, y'all ugly, and she look better than y'all. You ain't got no ass, blah, blah, blah. You know how chicks talk. So anyway, it gets to the point where they like, I'll beat you in front of your grandma. She come over there and try to hit her in front of the grandma. The grandma take two of them by the hair and start ramming their heads against each other. Like it was like WWE wrestling. Boom! It was like, man, grandma grabbed one in the headlock and start giving her doggone hooks to the head. Then they tried to fight. Grandma was weighing them out. Them little girls getting dropped. Blip, blip, blip. They were teenagers too. They take a teenage butt whooping by grandma. Grandma wasn't playing no games. See, your grandma a rider. That's what it means. So they told her, don't sorry, we're going to get you tomorrow. Oh yeah, grandma was ready. Grandma was up before them kids. Grandma was up and ready when in the whole week grandma was picking her up from school. Grandma was ready. And then they went and got their mamas. And we're talking about the grandma did this and grandma. So the mama gonna come down there and try to flex. Man, that grandma, whoa. Brandy grandma, whoa. The parent out. She tried to get all up in her face. She got her butt whooped too. I don't know Brandy grandma's name, but she gave her the business. She was whooping ass. She wasn't for all that talking. What's up, Mr. Jacobs? I see you. Happy Easter to you and your family and everybody else. The Tyler family. Mrs. Tyler, grandma. That's the grandma, Mrs. Tyler. She was the grandma. She held it down. And she had one of her grandkids had a hearing problem. So grandma in her 60s had a grandbaby, and she learned in her 60s. Her daughter had a baby, and she went ahead and learned how to do sign language to communicate with the kid. Now the kid can hear, the kid still signs, but it needs a hearing aid. She needs a hearing aid rather, so it can still hear sounds. But before the hearing aid and all this stuff, they had to go ahead and learn to sign. Deafness runs through their family. Like, they've had 2 people deaf. It's just like the movie Creed. Like, they have a medical condition or whatever, and like a lot of them are deaf in their family. And it's like a bunch of girls. And they got like one daughter that's deaf, but that's like on the father. It's not this grandma side of the family, the one that learned. She's on the other side of the coin. Like her son, this is his granddaughter, so that's her granddaughter. But they don't have the deafness on their side. It's on her side. So she learned how to sign to communicate with her granddaughter, because her granddaughter talked, because she got the little hearing aid stuff, but she still signed. Because she's lost a lot of hearing. What's up? I remember the police came and they arrested, the local goon from the hood, roughed him up, threw him on the car, put him up in the vehicle. I mean the police, because he called the police every name in the book. Like, you ain't got no evidence, you a sucker, Next thing you know, the cops and him was wrestling. And he got him on the floor. And they was just going at it. They was like, stop, he gonna kill you. But this is years ago. So they arrested him, and they finna take him in. Grandma, they went and got his family while this is going on. His grandma was reading the paper. They was like, so-and-so is on there. Grandma came out, hit the fence, leaped the fence. And this time, we teenagers. Grandma had to be, no, we ain't teenagers then. We had to be in our 20s, like about 21, 22. But grandma hit the fence, so grandma got to be in her 50s and 60s, and she hit the fence like a G. I'm like, I can't hit the fence like that. She leaped that fence like a hurdle and ran down there. And they took him down there, man. Grandma was a G about it. She drove down there and she was, you ain't taking my son to jail. And my grandson ain't going to no jail. Blah, 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 blah. What's the charge? You got to tell me right now. I know the... Man, she was asking, what'd he do? No, he mad, he embarrassed and all that. That's what you did? I want to see the charge right now. Well, you got to tell me. I'm his guardian. Tell me right now what he do. What'd he do? What'd he do? He hit an officer. What did he hit you for? Did you hit him first? Because if you hit him first, he got the right to hit you. So she's like, you finna take him to jail? I'm right behind you. Get my car. So, man, she was ready to go. She was ready to go. Yeah, she told that officer straight up. She's like, I don't even remember your face. I ain't never seen you around here. You don't patrol this area. I'm gonna call 911. And I'm gonna see why you over here. Cause this ain't your area. Man, she was on it. Grandma was a rider. You know what? They let him go. Graduation day. Two grandmas started throwing hands at a kid's graduation party. Funniest thing ever. Every time they walked, right, the grandma gets so excited. She goes, stop, turn around. You know, picture crazy. And they blocking the graduation line. And they keep doing the thing. And like, here to stop, pose. And it's holding up the line. And she taking pictures. And then she told us, she said, Romeo, go in front of him. Romeo, go in front. Romeo, go in front of him. Go in front of him, Romeo. Go in front of him, because he keeps stopping the line. And you running into him. Go in front of him, Romeo. Yeah, get in front of him. She was like, no, he can't do that. Oh, the lady said, no, young son, you stopping him every 5 seconds. Don't you got enough damn pictures? Quit taking all them pictures. Slap the damn camera down out of her hand. Now, the other grandma who was like, oh my God, who got my camera? Oh, I'm gonna sue you. Now the grandma was there with about 4 or 5 relatives, and they looked like they were drunk before the graduation took place. But they were quiet drunks. They saw grandma slap the doggone phone, the camera out of somebody's hand. They were like, uh-oh, here she go again. They were drunk, but they were trying to hold and keep grandma quiet. That's their mama. They mama, be quiet. Come on, mama. They gonna call people over here. We drunk. We drunk. I'm trying to sit down and keep it all together. Everything moving, like this whole room moving. We drunk. Stop. She won't stop. Grandma the type that's drunk and want confrontation. And this woman holding up the line, she's taking pictures of her grandkids. But she's like, Romeo, go in front of him. Go in front of him, Romeo. As soon as that grandma said something, she slapped that camera out of her hand. Everybody thought she tried to commit murder. Oh my God. She slapped that camera. She was like, if my camera broke, you gotta buy another one. Right, the daddy. That grandma was so G, she brought the husband, that's his son. Romeo is his son, graduating. He didn't even want to be there. She drug him. You gonna be there for him. This his moment. You gonna be there. He ain't gonna never say his father wasn't there. You going. I don't want to go. You so damn drunk. Grandma took his butt up there. You gonna go see your son graduate. You know what his drunk daddy said? He wasn't at my graduation. He wasn't born, stupid. Have a seat, you drunk. I'm just saying, he wasn't at my graduation. Yeah. Don't hear me complain. You get your butt in there. Drunk. And now they in there to referee a fight and trying to hold her down, but she about to ruin the whole thing. I already told you what happened when one of the other ladies on the block, they got the block club. And one of the ladies, she done moved out with her boyfriend and got herself remarried in her 60s, and she moved in with him and turned her house over to her grandchildren who never lived over there. But now they decided this gonna be the trap house. Oh, they wasn't having that. It was a whole team of grandmas. That wasn't happening. They wasn't cutting the grass. Grass needed tending to. They wasn't doing that. That ain't gonna last long. So they called them people. They called HCA home. They called the alderman. They finna go. So the lady who used to live there, she came back and told them, like, look, y'all got my house a mess. Now, I need y'all to cut this grass. Cut all this grass, clean this place up. So they was out there cutting the grass. Like, oh, they got it now. They gonna stop all the nonsense. Look, if you running a trap house, ain't no way you gonna make it look not like a trap house. They don't know no other way. They got no furniture. They got a radio in there blasting 2, 3 in the morning. You got cars pulling up late at night. People coming out drunk. You know, this ain't the neighborhood for that. And it showed. It showed. Yeah, my cousin cracked me up. Like, dude, why you looking like a goddamn Nation of Islam nigga? Like you about to sell me a bean pie. I'm like, dude, I just shaved, that's all. Grandma Liz, her last name, I mean, it's Elizabeth, I want to say Shackelford or Forth or Worth or something like that. But it was like Shackleforth or whatever. But anyway, that grandma was G about it. She was real G about it. She ain't take nothing from nobody. They was mad because she always took care of her business. She was a hustler, grandma. She had a little candy. She had a little ice cream. She had all her kids hustling. She had the little ice cones, you know, the little snow cone things, and she was running that business. Then whenever they have like a fest downtown, she knew how to go get a license, and go sell some Polishes, some hot dogs, or whatever it took. She was making that hustle money. She was walking out $600 a night. Not more. Little hustling grandma. Mm-hmm. Yep. Tell you, grandmas will hold you down. Mm. I got to watch HD video. He did a Boston versus Brooklyn video. I got to check that out because I know everybody was on that StreamYard. Oh, I bet it was. I saw the title and said, "Oh, I got to watch that." I saw that. I said, "Oh." The title was like, "It's going down." I'm like, "Oh, I bet it is," because I can see Chance right now going off. Mm. Yeah, Gavin, man, you ain't nobody heard from Gavin. Y'all ain't gonna see Gavin no more. I hear Batman's supposed to come out early tonight on HBO Max. Yeah, that video I put up on here on One Crack News, that got me banned on our Instagram. Errol Spence, his people, and whoever was involved with that, I'm suspended on Instagram for 3 days. And I'm like, nothing's been explained to me at all. I'm like, what's wrong with the video I put out? I mean, there's nothing wrong with the video whatsoever. So I could see everybody sending me stuff. I just can't receive it or whatever. I can't respond for like 3 days. It's like totally ridiculous. And that's what's wrong with Instagram, really. You don't know who to complain to. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna definitely listen to that when I go upstairs. I have HD bumping. So thanks for listening in. Giving love to the grandmas that then held it down. I know y'all got y'all own stories too about grandmas and them holding it down, keeping it real. So I'm gonna get out of here. Love, peace, and hair grease. I see you, John Rod. Thanks, Nick. Thank everybody. Wow, 23. I'm